Afternoon everybody, it's Sunday the 30th of June 2024. We're in Scrabster. We've been in Scrabster since Tuesday, waiting for weather and tide to come together to get us through the Pentland Firth. And tomorrow it looks like we've got a short weather window and it's neap tides, which is what we wanted. So but it is very short, it's literally just the morning. So we're just waiting for a system to pass at the moment. It should go through in the night. And then the next one comes through, a big one comes through tomorrow afternoon. So literally we've got just the morning to get round to Wick. Tomorrow lunchtime to the afternoon, it'll be gale force 8. So literally we've got a tiny little window. I've just done my passage plan, and I've gone through it with the harbour master here. So yep, he's quite happy. So he just tweaked it a little bit, said when I come out of the marina just to go north to Holborn Head, then across the bay, just to get out of the conditions a little bit. And then he's just said just go a little bit earlier. So going a little bit earlier, that means that I get more of the effect of the tide going through the Firth. So we'll be going faster, which I'd rather go slower. But he's saying I need to get round the next headland before the tide turns, and to get me down to Wick, and so I can carry the tide all the way down to the Wick. So he suggested going half an hour earlier. So I'll take his advice and I'll be going at 3:15. So I don't think it's quite going to be light, but I've also spoken to him about the creels, the fishing pots, and he said when I come out there won't be any en route. So I'm quite happy with that. It's the only thing that ever stops me doing night sails is the pots. But he's been fishing in the Pentland Firth since he was in his nappies. So I've just had some really good advice. So he's quite happy and I'm quite happy. So I'm just going to show you the wind and our route. So this is what the wind is like now. So it's quite breezy, and then as we come through tonight, it's easing right off, and then this is where we are here. And then we're going to come round here down to Wick, and so you can see it is quite sheltered. And there's a nice little lull, possibly not enough to sail on, but hey ho. And then coming through. So nice, only sort of 2s and 3s as we're coming round, southwesterly, very light. We should get to the John O'Groats by about 6 o'clock. And then we should be coming round, and then we're going to do so coming down here, heading south. And the only thing about that is that the wind is going to start to get a little bit stronger. Not too bad, but it's the wind is going north and the tide is going south, so we'll have a little bit of wind against tide. And then when we get into Wick, I think it's going to be raining a little bit, but yeah, not too bad. So it's the only window we're going to get. And then, as you can see, there's another one coming through. So that's our window closing up there, and by the afternoon it is going to be blowing a hoolie. So there's no going back to Scrabster. And this is basically the route that we're going to be doing. It's about 33 miles. So here we are down in Scrabster. So the harbour master said he tweaked my plan a little bit. I was coming straight across the bay, but he said come up north up to Holborn Head, as if you're heading towards Holborn Head, and then cut across the bay, because you'll reduce the weather a little bit and the swell, blah de blah. So he's he knows his stuff. He's been a fisherman here since he was and fishing out of the Firth since he was in nappies, so he knows what he's talking about. He reckons the worst bit is going to be going up to Dunnet Head, but I'm not so sure. But anyway, he said I can go quite close to Dunnet Head, so I put myself a mile out, but he said no, half a mile is fine. So that cuts a little bit off of it, and then we're going to come across Brough Bay, and then he said don't go into the bay because the tide goes in the opposite direction and you'll get sucked in. So that was a good bit of advice. So straight over and then we're going over to the Men of May rocks. So he said if I want to look at the Men of May rocks, I should see the waves crashing into them. I don't think I'll be doing that actually. I'll just be looking ahead. And then we're going to come down. So he said, and I knew anyway, to come straight through the middle of the channel. So straight through the middle, and then we're into the Pentland Firth proper. We're doing the inner route, so there is another route on the outside, but we're not doing that. This is the easier route to go and the quicker route to go, and less tide. And then I think we're really going to pick up that tide going across here. But the wind will be in the right direction, and it's not going to be too much of it, hopefully. And the tide will be taking us round, and the tide will actually take us right round. So round John O'Groats and down to Wick, where as I was saying earlier, the wind is going to be coming south, and the wind is going to be coming from the south up to the north, and the tide is going to be coming running south still. So we're going to have wind over tide, and the wind will be increasing a little bit in strength, and it could be up to a force 4 by the time I get to Wick. On the nose, so probably not very pleasant, and it could be raining as well. But we'll be in, I reckon we're going to be into Wick about 8:45, 9 o'clock. So the harbour master is waiting for us, so he gets in at 8 o'clock. So ring him at 8 o'clock when I'm coming down the coast, and then he'll find us. Morning all, it's Monday the 1st of July 2024. We're just leaving Scrabster, so thank you very much Scrabster, thank you very much. And we are off now into the Pentland Firth. So let's hope they've got the wind prediction right. So a light, very light southwesterly, going southerly, and going gale force by this afternoon. So we need to get in, we need to get round quite quickly, and we need to get into Wick quite quickly. We've just come past Holborn Head. We had to go up to Holborn Head first. So we've just gone up there, and now we've just turned, and we are heading towards Dunnet Head, which is the furthest north that we should be going. It's going south after that. There's a bit of a swell here, but then I was expecting that anyway, so that's okay. I'm surrounded by hundreds of guillemots. Water's really weird here. We are over halfway across Rough Bay, and our next feature will be the Men of May rocks, and as you can see, it has gone really, really flat. We're whipping along, but it's actually quite pleasant now. Really, the water's really flat, but the harbour master did actually say that. He said the worst bit will be going past, getting up to Dunnet Head and getting round it. He said that the actual Firth should be quite calm and quite flat. So I'm hoping this continues. Right, we're just at the next landmark, which is the Men of May, and you just about see their waves breaking a little bit, but today they're not angry Men of May, they're quite calm. So that's good. So we're just heading south now. That is Stroma over there, and there's a beacon there that marks 4 rocks. So we're going underneath Stroma, so we're going through the inner sound, and again the water has changed. It's not smooth anymore. It's a little bit lumpy, a little bit confused, but only a little bit. It's all doable. This is a bit of a wild ride. It doesn't look like it, but we were just doing 11 knots just a minute ago, and I'm not on much more than tick over. So we've had to slow ourselves down, and really having to steer the boat because we're really being pushed north all the time. Lots of swirlies. So this is the Oars of Duncansby, or the Duncansby race, and it is racing. Literally in the space of a minute the water's changed again, really banging into the waves, going round Duncansby Head. Oh, which is here. So I'm just going to go past a headland, a little fishing boat. Yep, so this is where we are. Speed's come down. I'm just about to go round that headland and then head south. But yeah, this is horrible. At least I'm not the only one out here. Very unpleasant going around there. We were just slamming into the waves. Never seen so many sea changes in so short a space of time. still got tide, but if we have, we haven't got a lot. So I think we've officially gone through Pentland Firth. So we now just got to get into Wick before the gale arrives. But I think we're gonna do it. No problem. That's it, we're in at Wick Marina, so it's very nice, and Harbour Master was here to take my lines for me, so that was nice, and a little French girl from the boat next door, I think. So yep, all looks very nice. Raining, and it was a bit windy outside. So the weather forecast was spot on. The wind has got up, but it's very sheltered in here and it has started raining.